Our whole universe was in a hot, dense state that nearly 14 billion years ago expansion started. Wait, the earth began to cool, the autotrophs began to drool, Neanderthals developed tools, we built a wall, built the pyramids, math, science, history, unraveling the mystery that all started with a big bang.
This is Jeffrey Stefano reporting live from Sunapee Central Elementary School, where we have breaking news. 2 elementary students have just found a time capsule. Come on in, guys.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi.
Dang, that thing's big.
Yeah, it's a big
really
box.
big.
It says, do not open it to 2015, but coincidentally, it's 2015. Oh my gosh.
Opened it up yet?
No.
We haven't. Live, right here. We're about to open a time capsule. Oh my God.
Like
what is that?
Looks like a bag of dirt. Well, I wonder if this is from Pangea.
Pangea begins here. The continent split from our supercontinent, Pangea, by tectonic plates. The tectonic plates are underground pieces of Earth that are always moving. Tectonic plates cause the continental drift, which is still going on today. As they move, they create valleys and mountains through stretching and crushing the land. Pangea split up over 300 million years ago. It took over 115 million years for Pangea to split up. The first life was way before Pangea, 3,840 million years ago. The first life form was carbon molecular organisms. It is believed that people came to habitate the Earth 2.5 million years ago. Things will look different in the future because the tectonic plates are always moving.
Pangea was cool. What else do you have in there?
Whoa. My dog has a toy like that. No, this could probably be a couple thousand years old. Like 250,000 years old. This must belong to a Neanderthal.
So, Tobias, have you finished your report on the Neanderthals yet?
No, I'm working with you.
Oh. They sound pretty interesting.
What are you doing?
Oh, I'm doing explorers.
Maybe we should go back in time. See some Neanderthals.
You sure? Yeah. Why don't we try?
Okay, you can. Hold on, let me just take one more last shot. Let's go. Oh! Whoa, it actually worked! I speak fluently. I will translate. We are from the future. We would like to know how you developed to who you are now. So why did you guys move? Okay, so how did you guys end up in Europe and Asia? How do we know you by fossils? Well, you see, the Neanderthals died out because they weren't well adapted to the climate. Do you have a way to get back to 2015? Hey, yeah, we got back! Oh, look, a basketball! Man, that was fun. Yeah. We learned so much about Neanderthals and Homo sapiens.
They talk funny.
Really?
That's what the pot calling the kettle black.
Ooh, idiom points. All right, being serious, what else do you guys have in there?
Whoa. My barbershop burned like that once. No, this is a genuine artifact. This must have belonged to the Native Americans.
Sometime between 60,000 to 10,000 years ago, When the population in the other part of the world became too large, people migrated out of Asia across a frozen land bridge called Beringia. It took thousands of years, but eventually people migrated throughout North and South America. Today, we call these people Native Americans.
The earliest natives loved what they saw here in this new land. It was a hunter's heaven, with a lot of mammoths and other food roaming around. These natives followed their food and ended up in all parts of this area.
Some natives stayed in the parts closest to Beringia. They would become known as Inuits, also known as Eskimos. Others spread down into the southwest and built pueblos out of the caves they found.
Some went as far as the northeast, where they found beautiful forests full of wood so they could build longhouses.
Others stayed in the middle of the new land, on plains where they hunted whatever food they could find. They lived in teepees and wigwams so they could be on the move very easily. They all lived off of the land and dearly respected the nature that they found here. By the time that Christopher Columbus discovered America, there were millions of us living all over this continent.
Wow! I just discovered America!
You didn't discover we're already here!
We were here for thousands of years before any Europeans came.
We had hundreds of tribes across this great land.
Each of our tribes has all different cultures and religions.
When the white man came, some were kind, but most of them were terrible.
Because of many of us died off.
Man, I didn't know the Native Americans were here before Christopher Columbus. Anyone else?
Well, I think the Vikings were here too.
Speak of the devil.
This is no devil helmet. This must belong to a Viking!
It's the year 3085. We've been sucked through a vortex and we're stranded in deep space. Beam us down, Scotty.
So this is Newfoundland.
Huh? Yeah, that's what a tractor beam told us.
Oh, they're high-tech computer thingies.
Yeah.
Now, I wonder where those Vikings are.
Yeah.
They're the Vikings.
Oh.
Whoa. Who are these guys?
I'm Eric the Red. This is my son, Leif. Leif Erikson.
Yeah, Leif Erikson, not the tree's son.
We came down from the year 3086 to learn about your lives. Can you tell us about them?
You are the people who discovered Greenland and Newfoundland, right?
Yes. My dad here got kicked out of Norway, so he discovered Greenland, and I went even further and discovered this place. Yes.
So, you were the first people in the New World before Christopher Columbus.
Who's Christopher Columbus? So you want to fight? No, I'm just kidding. We're funny dudes. Maybe I'll buy you a mead later. Maybe we can tell some jokes. You know, I got a joke right now. Why did the Viking cross the road?
I don't know. Why?
He didn't cross the road, he crossed the sea!
No, seriously though, we want to ask you a few questions about your life. So, you discovered Greenland here, right?
No, he discovered Greenland.
And you discovered Vinland.
Yes, this place. This is Newfoundland.
So, why'd you call it Greenland if it's all snowy there?
He wanted to lead people to a new colony, but you guys, you don't look the same. Get out of here!
These guys! Stop!
That there Leif Erikson. Maybe he's my long lost great grandpappy.
Who brought this kid?
Alright.
Ooh,
Whoa!
I know who that is. That's Christopher Columbus.
Exactly. Looks like we're just about up to the 1500s.
And
the
explorers.
These three men are European explorers that are exploring the New World. They wanted an easier trade route with the Indies, but they didn't know this continent was here. Through the magic of Hollywood and the theory of relativity, they all end up in the same time period. is Christopher Columbus. That is Hernando de Soto. And last but not least, that is Jacques Cartier. These European explorers explored from around 1492 to 1600. Who in the New World are you?
I'm Christopher Columbus, and I came here straight on from England. I was famous for reporting the New World to the Europeans.
This guy ends up dying May 20th, 1506, and he was famous for it, like he said, being the first European to discover America.
Actually, we, the Native Americans, discovered America. Well, I was the first European.
Actually, I was the first European. Well, us Vikings were.
I am Hernando de Soto, and I come from Spain. I'm a conquistador going south in the New World because the Spanish want more land. This guy ends up dying May 20th, 1542 of a fever. But he doesn't need to know that. He was famous for discovering the Inca Highway and the Mississippi River.
I am Jacques Cartier. I came into Canada and worked my way south into the Great Lakes.
This guy ends up dying September 1st, 1557. He came here into the New World because he wanted to make the French have power and an appearance.
Who was that?
Look, over there! What happened, Dan? Oh, this just got real, yo! The relationship between the Native Americans and the explorers wasn't exactly a friendly one. The Native Americans didn't want the explorers to move in.
We've lived on this land for hundreds of years. There's no place that we haven't been. But something is new, the neighborhood has changed. The Europeans are moving in. They unload their ships, they back in their vans. They're putting our lives in a spin. We give them some corn, they give us the mumps. The Europeans are moving in.
Is it just me, or have you noticed that all of these explorers are men? Where are all the girls? It actually turned out that back then, all the explorers were boys. That's just crazy. Actually, the Indians may have been easier on us if we had some girls traveling with us. Some of the most famous explorers that you may have met today consist of Hernando de Soto, Jacques Cartier, Christopher Columbus, Samuel de Champlain, and Cortez. As you can see, the European explorers were very important because without them, our ancestors may have not came over here to North America, aka the New World.
Europeans are moving in. Don't quit your day job yet. Broadway's not calling anytime soon.
Ooh, what's this?
Hey!
Don't I look pretty?
Don't touch that. This is a priceless artifact. This must be from the
colonial period.
Okay, class, today we are going to watch a movie about colonial times. I really want you to pay attention to find out that life back then was not as easy as it is today.
Gonna be popcorn?
No, Colleen, there will not be popcorn. Okay, but let's start the movie now.
We started to explore in the 1500s, but we never stayed in America for the next 100 years. The Spanish, French, and English sailed to this part of the New World. We were only looking for riches to take home. England was the only country that could even imagine life here.
As you might know, men like me were really the only people exploring the New World at this time. Until we found that life here was livable, we could have more room in this new country.
The first land that I saw was Jamestown in 1607, and then Plymouth was the second in 1623. Then the population started to grow. 10 years had gone by, and now 5,000 people live here. Now colonies are popping up everywhere, and there are 13 of them. By the 1700s, the colonies held 275,000 people, and
by 1776, when the United States finally became a country, there were over 2 million people here. As the early colonists are not very smart on how to survive in the New World, over 40 people died the first year we had here because of scurvy, which we later found out was caused by the lack of vitamin C.
The natives that were here when we got off the ship were very nice and helpful. They taught the men how to hunt and fish. We were very lucky to have them. Eventually, there was enough people here that businesses and schools started to pop up everywhere. Farmers like me learned how to grow crops. In Virginia, one of the 13 colonies, tobacco was the biggest cash crop the world had ever seen. But it was tough to grow crops in this new land, and we needed so many new people to help harvest the crops.
Since we needed so much help harvesting crops, we started to have slaves. Then we started the triangle trade, where we trade slaves, tobacco, boats, necessary items, and goods to other countries.
Eventually there was 2 million people living between the Atlantic Ocean and the Appalachian Mountains.
The 13 colonies are New Hampshire, Massachusetts, Rhode Island, Connecticut, New York, New Jersey, Pennsylvania, Delaware, Maryland, Virginia, North and South Carolina, and Georgia. Lots of people were living in the 13 colonies.
Go! After a while, we learned how to build houses and weapons. Life here was a great idea, and I'm so thankful that we came.
Well, that was a very good movie. But now it's time for lunch.